From being the noble young lady to falling into the plight of a mocked beggar, that was Xue Xue's previous life's ending. Opening her eyes again, she returned to the past, back to the scene of her cousin, Ling Shuang's deliberate scheming that led to her accident in her previous life. At this moment, Ling Shuang was tearfully explaining, "I didn't mean to. It's just that the driver mentioned a slight issue with the steering wheel. You know my family isn't as wealthy as yours, we can't simply replace a car for such a minor problem." Her tears and vulnerability evoked immediate sympathy. "Besides, you're not seriously hurt. Can you forgive me this time, please?" Xue Xue sneered inwardly, her ribs almost broken, spine injured, blood still trickling from her forehead. So, this was what Ling Shuang considered not seriously hurt. How blind she had been before, letting Ling Shuang off easily. In this life, she had no intention of being so tolerant again. She sneered, "Shouldn't there be a car as compensation then?" Mistakenly thinking Xue Xue intended to gift her a car, Ling Shuang felt a surge of joy. Xue Xue was indeed her obedient pet, sitting when told to sit, standing when told to stand. Ling Shuang decided she would make Xue Xue buy her a limited edition sports car she had long desired but couldn't afford. Before Ling Shuang could respond, Xue Xue spoke, "But, it's not me gifting you the car, it's Sister Ling Shuang compensating me for the car." Ling Shuang lifted her head abruptly, disbelief in her eyes as Xue Xue continued, "This car was a gift from my grandfather for my 15th birthday. There are fewer than 20 in the world. Considering our sisterly relationship, I won't ask you to cover my medical expenses as compensation." Hearing this, Ling Shuang seemed greatly shaken. She couldn't believe that the previously obedient Xue Xue dared to demand compensation. In her mind, not killing her was already a favor. She exclaimed, "You dare ask me to compensate?" Seeing Ling Shuang's typically compliant face distort in anger, Xue Xue's smile emerged as she asked, "Ling Shuang, are you sure you're talking to me?" The frigid tone struck a chord of panic in Ling Shuang. Xue Xue's influence from a prominent family was beyond her own. Xue Xue had been overly kind to her over the years, so much that she forgot Xue Xue was originally someone she should have looked up to. Realizing this reality, Ling Shuang suppressed her rage, clutching Xue Xue's arm, and pleasingly said, "Xue Xue, you're just joking, right?" Xue Xue had run out of patience, withdrawing her arm, her previous smile gone, and stated, "Let my grandfather discuss the specific compensation with your father." In her previous life, she had personally pleaded with her grandfather to pardon Ling Shuang's family, disappointing her grandfather and causing him to neglect her, which ultimately allowed her sister Xue Ro to successfully drive a wedge between her and their grandfather. Uncle Qin, standing aside, smiled contentedly. Xue Xue's actions this time surprised him. This was the kind of girl that old Master Xue had raised. The reformed Xue Xue displayed her intelligence and determination. Panic crept into Ling Shuang's heart. She never anticipated things would escalate to this point. She hurriedly knelt, wailing, attempting to defend herself. But Xue Xue didn't give her another chance. With blood-stained fingertips, Xue Xue gently traced Ling Shuang's cheek. Her eyes were tender, her smile sweet, but her voice laced with mockery. "Sister, I've returned."